everybody, it's Laura. Welcome back for another collective creativity reading. A little bit of a energetic forecast for us for the coming week. What is it that we need to know? I actually settled in to do this reading, and it's very uh, funny because the image that I was getting about the message was almost like somebody dancing, like in a giddy way, like a little jig, like da 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 da, like dancing a little Irish jig. And then when I asked, I actually went for the Wonderland Shadows Tarot. And when I asked the Shadows Tarot to clarify what this energy is about, interestingly, I got a Six of Swords and a Two of Swords. And so this is like a severing of ties, almost like a crossroads that you've met. And in order, you're like saying goodbye, you're closing the door on something or someone. I'm kind of getting that maybe it was like a life path related relationship, maybe a thing that you thought was going to last a long time but turned out to not so good for you. And Six of Swords is saying that here you are, much like the pirate on this ship, heading out across the ocean, saying goodbye and leaving something behind. So there's like a very intentional leaving behind. And Two of Swords is about like the quick decision. In fact, it says a shadow figure holds two crossed swords, embodying the tension of indecision and the need for balance. The Two of Swords represents a stalemate where opposing forces or choices require careful consideration. It's a card of inner conflict. This card encourages you to find balance within yourself and to seek a solution that honors both sides of a conflict. I will say that this actually came out reversed, and reversed it says, reverse, the crossed swords fall apart, symbolizing indecision turning into avoidance or escalating conflict. The reverse Two of Swords suggests that it's time to confront the issue directly rather than remaining in a state of paralysis. So this may be an invitation to actually take that ship and move on, but it's asking for you to make a choice, but you're feeling happy about it, which might be kind of new. So let's get into this a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and ask. We are going to talk to the Sacred Rebels Oracle right now. Just to kind of clarify this and really ground it in context of our creative energy. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you're watching this, these collective creativity readings are for those of us who are really working on our relationship with our creative spirit. And on this channel, we talk a lot about creative self-leadership and how to live our best creative lives. Okay. Yeah, so Sacred Rebels, can you please clarify what we need to know about this? It'll just jump out when it's ready. Oh, fell on the floor. Okay. Okay, yeah. Defend to the end the worthwhile. So this is really like it's almost like we have this like cutting of ties happening, and it's very deliberate, and like a choice needs to be made so that you can sail off into the sunset. And it's not dumb. Like the energy that it takes for you right now to do this is okay. And the sailing off into the sunset that you're doing, aw, is really important. And I'm getting that this particular sailing off into the sunset is also about protecting your peace. There's something here. It's like your creativity, your creative energy is like a very pure, yeah, it's like very pure from you. And so it needs to really be protected from manipulative forces and outside influence that will poison it. And that's what you're moving on from. That's what I'm getting here is like this is really about like severing the tie to like a particular input that was perhaps poisonous to you. And defend to the end the worthwhile is here to say that that's really important. And that the purity of your creativity and your happiness, that's what I'm getting, is it's about your happiness, is also really important and needs to be defended, even if it feels small, or even if you feel like, you know, that sort of vulnerable feeling of like, who am I to stand up for my peace? Like, why do I deserve that? This message is saying, well, this is what's worthwhile and it must be defended till the end. Like, there's nothing else other than love to defend. I'll also say here that this number 23 breaks down to a 5, which is about halfway through a journey. Like, we're talking about a journey that's already begun. So the sailing off into the sunset is not the end of the journey. It's also not like the very beginning. Like, the beginning happened on shore. So you might have been like, this kind of works well for the time of year that it is right now. Like, we've got a lot underway in terms of the energy of the year, and this is an important turning point for you. Yeah. Important turning point. Defend to the end the worthwhile. Beneath the illusions, pretty as they may seem, you know what is real. Beneath the lies, sweet though they may sound, you know what is worthwhile. All that is genuinely and truly essential for the heart to throb with life is worthwhile. Anything that dulls it or suffocates its vibrant aliveness must be questioned, challenged, and more than likely cast aside, for the heart is our key to living an authentic life. What is there once that is compromised? Without its foundation of truth, we are to be forever lost in confusion, doubt, and despair. Wow. So you have felt the need to protect the presence of love, for whilst it is exceptionally powerful, it can too easily be smothered under lies and fear. The sacred warrior must not heed the dangerous voices that say, oh, stop being so sensitive. Stop making such a big deal out of things. Love is the biggest deal there is. What else is worth being so sensitive about? The sacred warrior is vigilant that the presence of love is not chipped away by fear, criticism, doubt, or untruths. Even if others find the unflinching honesty of your feelings difficult to handle. Even if those feelings are expressed with gentleness and compassion, the sacred warrior honors the task of being more faithful to love than to anything else. Being more faithful to love than to anything else. And I think in the context of what we're here to talk about on this channel, I think it's also safe to say like that this is also about like being more committed to your creative expression and like your voice coming out and defending that more so than being committed to things that you might be afraid of. Wow, that's absolutely that's absolutely so beautiful. I know for me, like part of what's coming through about this is like feeling like I'm on my pirate ship and I have set sail, and there's almost like some sandbags on the boat from the past that are just weighing me down. And I think it's the kind of thing where, like, if I cut off the sandbags, I don't think other people will really notice, but I will feel the difference and I will feel lighter. And I think most importantly, I will feel that lovely, quiet, steady power that you feel when you make choices for you and no one else. Yeah. Yeah. So I'd like to go ahead and talk to White Light Oracle a little bit about this part because it's actually feeling very tender. Let me know in the comments if this is feeling tender for you as well. Okay, let's see here. Love is the biggest deal there is. Oh. And our love for ourselves is expressed through our creativity. Oh, God. Like, our willingness to be brave with our creativity is how we can love ourselves. Okay, what is it? They're all falling on the floor today. Oh, Oboadire. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, God, this is a beautiful card, y'all. This is such a much more tender message than I expected. I was like, oh, pirate ship, doing a jig. Um, I just have to cover this because YouTube doesn't like things like this. Okay. All right, settle in. Let me read you this message and let it in. Do not turn away from your path, nor from what you know in your heart to be true. No matter what appears to be, nor what logic may dictate, trust what your heart is telling you. You are safe and protected by spirit. You are spiritually empowered with all you need to manifest your authentic soul path. You have what it takes to connect with the light and live that connection in practical ways which contribute positive energy to our human collective. Okay, obeidire is the Latin basis for the word obedience. Far from conforming to authority, the original meaning was to listen, to hear, and to not turn away. The oracle of obeidire is about becoming a sacred rebel, giving up faith in the ways of the world and embracing the ways of the spirit, of your spirit, unconditionally. Oh my God. Yeah. You may consider yourself to be a feisty, independent, strong person, rather than one who is docile and surrendered in spirit. A vibrant and powerful personality may feel initial resistance or confusion when asked to become soft to the ways of the spirit. Yet this sort of obedience is not about giving away your power or becoming someone you are not. When we are receptive to spirit, we become more unique and not less. Yeah. Oh, tuning into the heart, acting from a more centered and wisely guided place, our actions will be more likely to hit the mark. When we flow with the greater wisdom of life, far-reaching positive consequences awaken. That's what people refer to as manifestation. Oh, recognizing that spirit is wiser than your own personal opinion is the prelude to true awakening. The more awakened we are, the more genuine benefit for all beings can unfold through our endeavors. To be clear, the guidance of this oracle is not to hand over your power, nor to seek out spirit to tell you what to do. It is always up to you to exercise your free will and live your life as you choose. Sometimes the responsibility behind such freedom might seem too much, but this is our task as human beings, to own our freedom and exercise it with wisdom and delight. Okay, so now we're full circle all the way back to where we started, right? Here we have the jig, exercise it with delight. We have own our freedom on the open seas, and we have exercise it with freedom and delight. Oh my gosh. Exercise it and do it joyfully. One of the other things I think is coming through here about this card is like, it's not just about like obedience to, your spirit. It's also about just your willingness to like really bow down in service to your creativity and that which lights you up. And I think that's like the underlying message from this entire thing today is really that like the way of your heart, which you've been following, is worth it, and you're worth it. And it may seem like too small a cause, and it's not. Because this is about you truly living your life in the way that you're supposed to, which benefits everyone. There's a myth, I think, that when we honor ourselves and our creativity, that we're being selfish. It's not true. We can give so much more to the world when we're connected, sourced up, and happy, frankly. I feel like a different person now that my band is playing regularly. And that's real. Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. This is so lovely. Okay. So for an action step, I'm going to ask Wisdom of the Oracle for some action steps. Though obviously we actually began this reading with some action steps. So if you're like, intuition has been saying that it's time to cut a cord, there's one action step for you there. As long as where you're going is aligned with your heart, you get to say who comes and who doesn't. Even though making that change might feel a little foreign, it might feel a little like a new version of you that you don't know yet, but maybe it's just your future you being like, I All right, wisdom of the oracle. Can you please give them some action steps to really ground this in? Okay. We'll just jump out when it's ready. Oh, shoot. 3. Okay. All right. Serendipity, 18. Observer, 49. Imagine. Oh, God. That's beautiful. Okay. Serendipity, we have a fairy and a 4-leaf clover. Observer, we have a fox. We just saw a fox in our backyard this morning. Fox is looking up at the moon. And we have imagine. Wow. Look at this beautiful, just like openness to possibilities. So let's work backwards. So for imagine, a great action step here is to actually look forward from your pirate ship. Where are you headed? And if you let yourself connect with where you're going, here's a journal prompt for you. If I look ahead at where I'm going, what does where I'm going now make possible for me in the future? I'll say it again. I think I can do it. Did I forget what I said? No, I got this. Okay, if I look ahead at where I'm going, what does where I'm going now make possible for me in the future? So we're just imagining and just really being open. Serendipity, I would say an action step for serendipity is to make a little offering, or maybe just like tell the universe, like, hey, I'm open for a little bit of luck. You know? Send some serendipity my way and just make the request and stay open. That's action step number 2. Action step number 3, observer. I want to look at the card for this one. Let's see. 49, observer. Okay, most people see the world through a personal lens. True. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy that you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Relationship message, which I'm going to read given the nature of this reading. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time before you react. Yeah. So this is definitely reinforcing that message about, like, if you're feeling like maybe I want to cut a tie, it might be with a person or like a community, or it might just be like a part of you. You know, like maybe you're a people pleaser and you're just like, I can't live like that anymore. I'm not going to do that. And it's more about making a commitment to yourself. I mean, that's really what cutting cords is making a commitment to you in a different way. And it's basically saying, like, again, sorry, I gotta quote Tarzan again, trust your heart. Like, if you've been feeling it, it's probably right. And, you know, one way, this is a good tip actually, one way that you can kind of check in with yourself about, like, is this from my intuition, or is this like from fear or anxiety or whatever? You can write down the message that you're getting, like, I should cut a tie with so and so, and sit down and just be with it for a moment. And then I want you to ask, what would compassion say about this? Because our intuition is, like, often really spot on, but the way that you know it's intuition and not anxiety is that message coming through from a space of full compassion for everyone, which also includes yourself, and being able to create new boundaries that actually support you and serve you. Wow. This is so cool. I'm so excited for all of us to sail away. Oh my gosh, look at this pirate. It's awesome. Okay, I hope that this was helpful. Go ahead and comment below if you indeed are sailing off somewhere. I definitely want to know. Leave an emoji or something. And thank you all so much for joining me today for this collective creativity reading. I put out these readings every week, and so if this one in particular was useful to you, go ahead and give it a like. That lets me know you want more of that. I also, from time to time, put out some creativity related, self leadership related tutorial videos. I'm working on one about how I used my intuition to overcome my fear of roller coasters. If you're interested in that, comment, let me know, and I'll bump it up on the list. I've also got a free guide called Uncover Your Creative Magic that you can get in the link below, and a super cool, like, clean out your creativity closet, so to speak, and get back into your practice course called Creative Clear Out, which you can also find on my website, laurawestman.com. With that, look forward to seeing you all next week, and go sail away. Go sail away. Okay, I'm done.